Hello, I'm Jody Wolf and you're watching Expoz. It is November 11, 2017 at 10:31 p.m. And topic is Sodom and Gomorrah, why they were destroyed. And I'm redoing this because I left out the main part in the last one, and I apologize there. So I locked up the other one and I'm redoing this thing. I'm going to get a little more clear and it's going to take less space. I know you're like that. Well, number one, Palm Springs, California. Now you have an all transgender run city from the mayor all the way down to, I think, council members and everything else. Well, and let's go from there to the White House that was lit up with God's rainbow colors. I don't believe God was too happy about that. When you take the rainbow and wrap it around the White House for a transgender cause, which is sin, which is Genesis 19 in the Bible, talks about all about Sodom and Gomorrah there. And then you have in the UK, the United Kingdom, you can no longer say boy and girl. Did you know that? I don't know if it's in a description or in general, but like Penn State said, don't assume if they look like a boy or girl that they are a boy and girl. So all these confusing, idiotic things that are flashing up before our eyes. And I just watched a clip of about 8 children, rangers from 8 years old to 13. 13. They watched this White House light up, but yet they were taught that year prior to the White House lighting up. Did you know that every single one of them agreed with the White House? These kids that were brainwashed in their school agreed with the White House. Obama, you're going to answer for that dearly. Now, Sodom and Gomorrah, why were they destroyed? Well, you had 4 judges over 5 cities. But for some reason, the 5th city did not get the announcement or the ruling from that judge on a certain time. Whether he was out of town, I don't know. But maybe it's 5 judges. Maybe one of the judges were out of town. But 4 of them gave the people what they wanted. They wanted gay rights, but they wanted gay rights to the point of they could place a bed in the streets, and if anyone walked within an X number of feet of that bed, they could legally rape them, whether it be a woman or a man, in front of everybody. And the judges went along with it and said, well, you know, if people walk within 20 feet of it, then apparently that's what they want. So we'll give them what they want. And they okayed that law. This is why fire rained down on those cities. One city did not get the message or did not get the law passed in time. Well, they were watching the other 4 cities burn to the ground in about 2 minutes. The 5th city didn't go along with that, needless to say. And I believe that was Zohar. It's my guess, but I believe that was Zohar. Remember, this is where Jonah was spit up and delivered to Zohar to preach to him. So I believe it was Zohar that wasn't destroyed. In any case, let's move on. There's a man that he's talking about that, why the cities were destroyed and what laws of God that were broken to bring on that destruction. Before we go there, I have another point I want to make. In the UK, I may have already said this, but I'm going to say it again. You can't say boy, girl, or boy and girl. You can't do that. Like I said, Penn State said, don't assume if it looks like a boy, it's a boy. It looks like a girl, it's a girl. Don't assume it. So the UK went a step further and said, just don't say boy and girl. It's against the law. Well, guess what? My dad's mother was Cherokee Indian, Native American. She had, like, in total, 17 children. 2 of them died of the day of the birth. And they were twins. And they were a boy and a girl. In Native American and Cherokee in their nation, you don't give a name to a child that does not live. So their grave markers, which is in Bibb County, Alabama, Highway 5, is just west of Birmingham, about 16 or 17, maybe 18 miles as a crow flies, is where they're buried. And if you see the markers, they say boy, girl. Today, you can't do that. That's against the law. You go and tell the Cherokee Nation they cannot no longer say boy, girl. Yeah, you rile up the Cherokee Nation. You get an arrow right through your chest in about 2 seconds. But that's not the point. The point is, we have gone and stepped to this boundary, and then we got that boundary. Then you jump forward to the next boundary, and then the next, and the next. Well, if God does not severely judge the United States and punish the United States for this, he will have to go back and apologize to Sodom and Gomorrah. I believe that the church is going to be removed from this country so this country can progress to the ways it wants to go, so it can accelerate and get there quicker. And all of you who are not saved, even if you're transgender, even if you're gay, you can get on your knees today. And when the church is raptured, you will go. You're not going to be left here. It's those who fist up to God and said, I'll do what I want to do. Well, that's what Satan said. And that's why Satan's going to be punished severely for what he did. And America's going to be judged more severely for what we did, because being a leading nation among the world nations, a lot of them are following the things that we do. So what the UK is doing may have first started here. And how many babies officially, they say unofficially rather, is 60 million, like 59,800,000. Unofficially, it's about 70 million babies murdered before they were born. Worldwide, well over 1.4 to 1.7 billion dead before they were born. And you think that we're not going to answer for that? How many of those did the United States pay for? Clinton, remember his agenda, and remember his wife Hillary. What was her agenda? Kill as many as she could. Why was that? Did she have a personal agenda to keep offering up sacrifice to Satan on her behalf? No one's ever mentioned that before, but I'm thinking it now. Why would she do that? Well, God is going to ask her one day. I'm not sure I'll be there to hear him ask her, but I believe the system in heaven is going to work. Look, guys, your front yard has the enemy in it today. The enemy's been in your backyard. And I've always heard people say, clean up your own yard first before you get into somebody else's. Well, forget that. They're not going to clean up theirs, so now they're in yours. And they're not in your back, they're in your front. In other words, you're under attack. Christians are under attack worldwide. And it's here today. And it is only going to get worse. Again, John 3:16, that will deliver you solid, and you will be forgiven for your part of what you did. And when the church is raptured, you'll go with it. But if you don't do that, then you're going to be left here, and it's not going to be good. I believe we're going to be judged, and I believe we're going to be judged soon, but I believe the church will leave first. Then judgment's going to come for this country and the rest of the world. Don't be left behind, guys. Jody Wolf Expoz.